que robar o sustraer.
Un maletín. ¿No querías algo sencillo para tu vuelta? Ahí lo tienes.
Hi, I'm Berta from Cartelera, Spain.
Hello.
Your character Prince requires you having certain abilities. The crying on command thing, it's really impressive. Was that part of your character there since the beginning? Was that the hardest part?
It's interesting because Prince's innocence and her playing vulnerable was always part of the script. But this thing where she can flip and cry on command is something that David and I kind of found together, which was really funny because it was just added this element of geez, she's crazy, but also this element of comedy that really was beneficial to my character, but also Lemon and Tangerine and Ladybug, because they were able to play with that part of me and really poke fun at it. And I thought it was just such a funny element to the movie, especially the part where Brian says, "I've got white girl tears." That really made me laugh.
How was the shooting? Please tell me you were starstruck, because Brad Pitt, and I don't know if you're a fan or even were on set at the same time, but Bad Bunny also.
I know, it was truly it was insane to be able to be in a movie with these people that I just admire so much. I unfortunately didn't get to share any scenes with Bad Bunny, but we had a crisscross "hi, nice to meet you" as I ran to another thing. But being with Brad in this movie is just it was the coolest thing you could ever imagine. He's the nicest guy, and he's just so normal and wonderful, and really just felt like a friend and really made you feel at home. And I'm really appreciative of that because, he is who he is, and I admire him so much.
In Bullet Train, there's tons of action scenes and characters kicking ass, but Prince is more the scheming type. Were you jealous, I want to throw some punches too?
I actually was. It was interesting because I got to do this movie, which was, led by David Leitch, and I was I want to really get in there. But I got my opportunity when my film Princess came about, and I actually even asked David for some tips on how to best prepare for that movie, and I even trained in his stunt gym for that movie. So I got my David Leitch fill.
Yeah, that's nice. This is the perfect summer blockbuster. I know it too. It's fantastic. But the audience doesn't know. So how would you describe Bullet Train to get everyone to the theater?
I mean, this movie has action, absolutely, tons of action, but my God, is it funny. This is one of those movies where it feels like you're almost just in an escape room in a movie. And it's just there's so many twists and turns, there's so many unexpected takes that this takes, but it's just you find yourself doubled over with laughter while these characters are going through such crazy scenarios. It's 7 assassins on a freaking bullet train. What more could you ask for?
Is there any special day on set that you remember above all? And if so, I would love to hear about it.
Honestly, showing up to set every day was quite special, but there's so many days where I feel I was on this movie and I felt so excited to be there, but also a fish out of water. And I remember expressing that to my fellow castmates, and Brad specifically just made me feel so welcomed and warm, and that he was no, you really deserve to be there, and we're happy that you're here. And it was just so, he really just calmed me down, calmed my nerves. I really talked to him about some very personal stuff that I was going through at the time, and it was just very helpful to talk with someone who's just really been through it all.
That's really nice. And also necessary because this movie was shot during the pandemic, most of it. How was that experience?
It was wild. We were shooting before there was a vaccine or anything, so we were just kind of going for it with masks and shields and testing every day. It was something that I wouldn't say was my favorite kind of memorable thing, but I definitely will never forget shooting Bullet Train in the middle of a pandemic, testing for COVID every single day, wearing shields around my castmates, spraying ourselves down with Lysol. It was wild, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Este trabajo no tiene nada de sencillo.
Está pasando algo más aquí.
Sí, no soy el único en el tren que busca ese maletín. ¿Y el maletín?
Lo he escondido. Estaba